How's it going, guys? I'm Robert from Machado Visuals, and this is my review of the SmallHD 1703. I picked up this monitor from one of B&H's Deal Zone specials, and I got it for 50% off, meaning I got this monitor as the same price as a 702 Bright. I originally wanted the P3 version for the 10-bit panel and the color accuracy, but I absolutely could not pass up this deal. Out of the box, I was really impressed with the image quality, as always with any SmallHD product. I've used plenty of production monitors in the past, but this was actually the first one that I've owned myself. The monitor has a 2-pin LEMO out, which you can power your accessories with, and I really appreciated that since I planned on using the monitor with the Retractable 500. This way I don't have to worry about getting extra batteries or battery plates. I can just worry about one cable and plugging my accessory directly into the monitor and having power. This is called a 2-pin LEMO. Paulette?
I'm trying to focus it.
What is this called?
A 2-pin LEMO.
The rail system on the back is really neat, and it really helps if you're planning on using your accessories in a quick release fashion, but I found that it's not completely necessary since I have the C-stand adapter, and that actually has 1/4" 20 holes built right into it. The monitor has 2 SDI inputs and 1 HDMI input and has the ability to display 2 feeds simultaneously. This is especially handy if you're rocking a 2-cam setup or want to utilize different tools on one single feed. You can use this feature to compare LUTs, view a LUT or log image side by side, bring up an image overlay to match a shot, the list goes on. Now I absolutely love the dedicated buttons. They're fucking awesome. The one thing I really didn't like about the 500 and 700 series monitor was that nubby little joystick that they give you, and navigating the menus or navigating your pages with that thing was kind of a nightmare. So I'm really happy they decided to add dedicated buttons where you can quickly toggle on your LUTs, your scopes, go to different pages. And they've actually improved the joystick on the 1703, and it has a lot more tactile feedback, and it actually feels more like a D-pad. So when you do have to navigate through your menus or you do have to navigate through your settings, it is a noticeable improvement. So one thing I really like about the SmallHD monitor is that it has dedicated buttons. So you don't have to fiddle around with the tool menus anymore and go into different pages. So if I wanted to bring up my scopes really quick, I just push a button. There are my scopes. I can check my IRE values, come out of there. I can also switch my inputs really quickly. Another cool thing is also that I can just toggle my LUTs on and off as well. So I usually like shooting with the LUT applied. I don't really like looking at log images, so this is a kind of really cool way to just visualize the image I'm going to get. And a lot of the times I'll set up different pages to have different tools set, so that way I don't have to keep toggling them on and off. So that way with the same feed I could just have different exposure tools, framing tools, overlays on different pages, so that way I can just quickly switch back and forth between what I need. One feature I find myself using a lot is the image overlay feature. If I'm shooting coverage for a scene and I want to match a shot or match coverage, then I'll take a quick screenshot and pull up that image overlay, and then I'll bring up the live feed and compare that with the screenshot I just took. So that way, if I'm shooting coverage, I can match the shot sizes and make sure that it cuts easily in the edit. Super handy. The monitor also has a retractable handle, and it's made entirely out of metal and is super solid. And you'd think having a handle on a monitor would not be very useful, but it's super fucking useful. I use it every time I take it out of its case, or if I'm taking it off a C-stand and mounting it somewhere else, or just transporting it to another location. And it's just an easy way to get the monitor from point A to point B. The panel is an IPS display and the viewing angles are pretty good, but I've noticed that if you look at the monitor from a lower angle, the viewability is greatly reduced and it just starts to get all contrasty and it just doesn't look good. And I've noticed this when I have clients or other collaborators sitting down looking up at the monitor. You just have to make sure that your viewing angle is from eye level to make sure that the picture is properly being displayed. I strongly recommend getting one of the acrylic screen protectors and immediately installing it as soon as you get the monitor. I learned that lesson quickly after I got my 502 and immediately scratched the monitor right after unboxing it. And on a past shoot this past weekend, I handed this monitor off to a grip to set it down on a bed, and the dude lays it down on top of other equipment facing the panel. Luckily, I had the acrylic screen protector on and everything was fine. There are a few times where I did notice a little bit of banding because of the 8-bit panel, but I wasn't really hugely concerned because I'm not really using this monitor to dial in specific looks or set exposure directly off the monitor. In the end, I'm super happy with the 1703. Viewing the feed on a larger 17-inch screen is so incredibly helpful during the collaborative process. It becomes much easier to spot out problem areas in the frame and allows the crew to stand by the monitor and frees up space while I'm operating rather than huddling around and looking at a small 5-inch screen. If you have any questions on the 1703, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.